Hey, come on, man. Jimbo's back.
Yowzer! It's that time. Radio was done with him. 4 spouses had enough of her and him. Hopefully the 3rd time is a charm. Get ready to have your ear holes violated. It's wild. It's crazy. It's time. It's the Jimbo and Jackie Show.
Yowzer!
Yeah, the crowd goes wild.
Here we are again, blasting at the Reamp Studios, ready to violate your ear holes. How you doing, gorgeous?
I'm good, beautiful. Aren't you just shocked every week?
I know. It's like, wait a minute.
We're still here.
It's the real deal. Yes, we are doing it. We are at Reamp Studios. It's the Jimbo and Jackie Show.
3rd time's a charm.
We're supposed to tell you guys to don't forget to like us on Facebook and Instagram.
Subscribe on your favorite platform.
Damn straight. And then leave us a review.
Yes,
I guess that's what we
please.
got to do to make it big, kid, is you got to leave the reviews because they keep telling us that that's what happens to make it big.
That's right.
So it could be like that one guy. What's his name? Ro Jogan or something like that. He's a good guy. He's got it going on. But we are excited. We got an awesome episode. Of course, we're going to do the Yelp sex position.
Heck yeah.
Of course, we're going to have the segment 50 and Fucked.
Absolutely.
And we also got a very special guest coming to the show.
My favorite country star.
Yeah, and he's a rocker too.
He is.
Because that country, you think country sometimes it's like, some
Country's
people think
badass,
twangy.
baby.
This ain't twangy. This
No,
is
it's not twangy.
damn good music, and it will rock your ear holes like we violate them.
That's right.
But we are excited because we are on episode 34, and I thought it would be cool to, I got a picture. Let's say hi to the crew quick before we jump in. How we doing there, guys? You doing good?
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Producer Mark is doing okay. Ashton?
I guess Mark must be doing okay because he's fucking filling up my fucking leg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Feeling frisky on episode 34?
He might find a wad in his hand.
Look out. We're getting I would say sticky and gross early on episode 34.
I thought it was a soap dispenser.
How's Taylor doing? Is he good?
I'm just enjoying the show back here.
All right,
Tay
cool.
Tay.
And we got
Josh and Tasha's back there.
Yep. Tasha's the show fluffer. She's actually taking care of our guest in the green room right now. And producer Mark, you have your hand up. You wish to speak to the class?
Thank you. We were having some technical difficulties.
Shocking.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. And our fancy pants sound effects machine was giving us some problems.
So what are we gonna do about it?
We're going old school on some of them, and that'll be a treat for everybody.
Okay.
We got a voice artist in the studio with us.
Oh, we do.
Yes.
Those are hard to come by. I heard.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, let's does he got a little display? Does he want to show anything right now? What he can do?
All right, let's see if he could drop what's Jackie got between her legs.
A good time.
With that big old wolf pussy.
She is celebrating No Shave November, so maybe you're dead accurate on that. All right, so we'll still get the show must go on,
That's
right?
hilarious.
We've got Bush.
Yes.
That's hilarious. I
Okay,
love
we'll
it.
get through.
See, it's working.
There
All
you
right.
go. That's perfect. And we're going to pour our signature drink here on the Jimbo and Jackie Show.
Yeah, Shamsky, baby.
That's right. And as I pop the cork of our love, Taylor, could you bring up that picture for episode 34? I thought this is the perfect time. Who do you see in the picture, Jackie?
Shaq.
Oh!
Who is that? Shaq O'Neal. It's Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. I was going to say Shaq O'Neal.
Big Shaq Daddy. I'm the one on the right, in case anybody's confused who subscribed to our YouTube channel. It is Jimbo on the right and Shaq Daddy on the left. And he was number 34, so that's perfect to show this picture. I don't know about the hair back then.
Your hair always looks cool, honey. No matter what style you have.
I feel that looks kind of clownish if you're watching this on YouTube. But it was after a makeover, to be honest. I did cut the long hair to that.
That's where I was trying
I was
to
on
figure
TLC.
out. Yes, you were.
Do you know who cut that hair that way, believe it or not, guys? It was Jose Hebert.
Jose Hebert.
Right there on Rodeo Drive. I
I've
was on
always
TLC.
wanted my hair done by him.
But Taylor, could you bring that picture up again? I want you to see something. The story behind that is right before the three-peat season, the radio station got to go down to an event, And Shaq, even though he's sitting down in the director's chair, he's my height. You may notice that. And he's holding something. He's holding a picture of an ex-girlfriend because I couldn't bring anybody.
Yeah.
So I told my ex-girlfriend, I said, you know what? I'm going to get a picture with you and Shaq.
You're so sweet.
And I walked up to take my picture, my time, and I said, hey, Shaq, is it cool if you hold this picture of my girlfriend? She couldn't make it, and I thought it'd be cool if we were all in a picture together for a Christmas card. And he's looking at the picture, and he's showing his handler behind him, and they keep looking, they're smiling. I said, not bad for a short white guy, huh? And they got to laugh. So you see the smirk on Shaq Daddy. So that's what's happening right there on that picture.
That's
number
cool,
34.
honey. Number 34.
Mr. Shaq. And we celebrate episode 34 of the Jimbo and Jackie Show.
3 times the charm.
And we're going to clink our little Shamsky here. The official drink of the Jimbo and Jackie Show.
Cheers, beautiful.
Hopefully you're drinking along with us. I know half our staff is because they're a bunch of drunks too. And Jackie has a random fact for us. And she was a little bit giddy about this. You were excited.
I've had it for a while, so I've had it in my pocket. I think you'll enjoy this one.
Okay.
So my random fact, under the code of Hammurabi, have you ever heard of that code?
The code of Hammurabi. Okay, the staff has. Mark, producer Mark is shaking his head. Say it again.
The code of Hammurabi.
Yeah, actually, going back on some of my legal historical knowledge,
What?
that is a legal code. Set up one of the first systems of laws and statutes, some of which are still relevant to this day and age.
Well, let's hear
And do you
Jackie,
know what-
can you embellish on it?
Do you know what it is?
Of course he knows what it is.
Of course I do.
So bartenders who watered down beer were punished by execution.
And they should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
I can't believe you knew what that was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, the ham part's not very Jewish, but the Robbie part was very Jewish.
That's cool.
my random fact of the day. And I'm thinking, well, that was back in 1972, or not 1972, 1792.
Whoa, way back.
He reigned 1792 to 1750 BCE.
Damn.
Isn't that a trip?
That's a trip. And can you see, I don't know if you're watching this because you subscribed on our YouTube channel, I am wearing a Johnny Cash shirt.
Yeah. And where did I get
Thank
you that
you.
from, baby? Do you remember?
Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right, in the Johnny Cash Museum.
Yeah, and guess what?
What?
That's a way I'm promoting our special guest who just moved to Nashville, Tennessee.
I know. I can't wait to talk to him
From
about
Breaking the Law Music, Inc., we're talking about Michael Austin. And I thought it'd be kind of cool. I found this on my phone because I don't know if a lot of you know this, and I know Michael Austin's watching us in the green room. I got a phone call one day from the program director of K-Frog in Colton, a country station. And he said, Jimbo, we may have an opening in the afternoons. You may want to apply to K-Frog.
And he asked me, Mama, should I? Hell yeah, I want to go to all the country and western shows.
Because I told him before, I said, you know what? I said, your station, after I got fired from the rock station, I said, your country station needs a bad boy. Kid Rock went country.
Right.
Steve Tyler went country. Bret Michaels went country. I'll even go from Jimbo to Jim Bob if you hire this bad boy for your K-Frog.
I thought it was a great idea.
And I was clearing out my phone, going through some things, and I found an actual break to entice the program director while I applied at the radio station. Jackie and I threw together what they call an air check. That's right, that's radio lingo. A little air check of what would it sound like if Jimbo became Jim Bob and he got the job at K-Frog. And I believe one of our guys, Taylor, or Jackie affectionately calls him,
Tater bag, tater.
Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay.
Professor Tay-Tay.
Professor Tay-Tay.
There we go.
Can you roll that audio of Jackie and I trying to score me a job at K-Frog Ribbit? Well, Jimbo here, enjoying this fine Monday afternoon here on 95.1 K-Frog. It's time to take a little break. I got my gorgeous bride Jacqueline with me right now. What'd you bring in for a little snack?
Hi, honey.
How you doing, looking gorgeous?
I love you.
I love you, and I also love country music.
I love country music, too. I'm so happy you're here.
You can't believe it. When you first met me, I was working for a local rock station, and you had to put up with some of the songs just to hear me on the radio.
Yeah.
Now you're loving it that I'm at K-Frog, aren't you?
I love it so much. I brought you some lunch.
You did? What am I eating today?
I brought you cornbread, homemade biscuits, some fatback meat, collard greens, and neck bones.
You did? That do sounds good. I'm going to enjoy that as we enjoy a little Mel Tillis here on K-Frog 95.1 with Jimbo. And Jackie. Oh, that's what it could have sounded like. And we may have never gotten a podcast if I did get that gig at K-Frog.
That was, I would have hired you in a friggin' heartbeat.
I noticed I didn't say Jim Bob. I said Jimbo.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why I didn't get the job.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Feel like he hasn't let it go yet, people.
There you go. So, yeah, we're going to have Michael Austin on the show in a little bit. We're also going to have Yelp Sex Position. We're also going to have Burp Wars, and I got a very special what in the wide world of web before we have a burp off. Wait till you hear the belches coming from this human being.
We need to step up our game in the burp section.
This person was like a human manatee and just displayed the awesome burp powers that Jackie and I hope to have one day. Wait till you see that. That's coming later on episode 34 of the Jimbo and Jackie Show.
Third time's still a charm.
Well, what's up next, Jackie?
We've got weekly highs and lows, baby.
That's a great idea. All right. Nice. Jackie, what would you say is our weekly high for the day?
The weekly high has to be our beautiful daughter got married this morning in San Diego at the courthouse.
Yes, she did.
Look
like
at
mother,
that
like
beauty.
daughter. Didn't you get married in the courthouse?
I did twice.
Look at the happy couple there. We're very proud to welcome Matt to the show. There's Tay-Tay.
Tater Bug and the best man.
Kai right there. And there's our daughter Lexi and Matt right there about to make, there they seal the deal.
Aww.
There's the deal being sealed.
Isn't she beautiful?
Awesome bride. Look how happy he is.
And Matt's such a sweetheart.
Welcome him to the family. Oh, there's an artsy shot
I
right
did
there.
that. Can you believe I pulled that shot off?
You did that?
Yes,
Oh,
I
if
took
you're-
that picture.
If you're subscribed to YouTube, there's Jackie, there's the blushing bride, Lexi, and Tater Bug.
Yeah.
What a day. It was awesome.
Yeah, they went to Palm Springs
There's me with our daughter,
for the weekend.
the proud papa.
Yeah.
And there we are with the bride and groom. And there's
There's
boy
Tay,
band pose.
all gangster like.
That's her favorite
she loves
pose.
that pose.
It's a good time. We also got a boomerang video coming up of tossing the actual bouquet, which something about boomerang videos, they're the rage on Instagram. Here we go. Hit that. Look at that. Oh, no, you keep it. You keep it. It's like a volleyball
I
game.
changed my mind. Never mind. No, I do. I don't.
I want to marry. No, I don't. Okay. So that was definitely the high.
Looks like she married Sugi.
Sugi.
That
so
must
cute.
be why you don't see them both at the same party ever.
Could be so. Very observant there, producer Mark. I like your thinking.
She made a beautiful bride. I'm very happy for them.
Absolutely. Did she wait long enough? Were you happy with the years?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Who she picked?
They've known each other over 3 years.
Was
very, very happy.
Pretend they're not listening. Is there any boyfriend prior to Matt that you wish you would have married instead?
No, to be honest.
Nice. You passed
None
the
of
test.
them.
Good job. We agree with that. So we dedicate
Cheers,
to
Lexi and Matt.
we dedicate this show, episode 34, to them of the Jimbo and Jackie Show.
Third time's a charm, or maybe one time's a charm.
And we want, yes! The staff goes crazy. Producer Mark, you got something to say?
Hey, do we got any gifts to give out to listeners that you guys can think about? Jackson, what do you got?
Hey, we have a swag bag.
I thought we were calling it a scrote tote.
Well,
You want to call it a swag bag? We can do that.
we can do scrote tote.
Yeah, call
I
it
like
whatever you
your
want.
scrote tote.
You win it, you can have it. How about?
Is there a pair of Jimbo chonies in there?
Slightly used and seasoned.
Well, let's try something new. Jackson, what's your favorite word?
My favorite word on this show
Yep.
is the word taint.
Mm.
Okay.
We know that's a fact.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that was. But,
It was Tainted Love. We're without our soundboard today.
So if you say the word taint, which we know you will,
Yes.
Tainted Love, baby.
they told me never work with children. Dogs are big Hawaiians.
Makes sense.
but here I am. Okay. If you say that word taint and a listener puts in, chimes in on what? Facebook?
Instagram.
First
YouTube.
one. For anything.
Anything.
Any way you could get us a message.
All right. And
Whoever
I have no
does it
idea
first.
how we calculate that. We got other people for that, right?
We got people.
Okay.
Yeah, we got people.
We's got them.
Should we have them use the word taint in a sentence?
No. I just want them to. I just want to see if
Just say
somebody
it. All
pays
right.
attention and hears you say the word taint, which
All
we know
right.
you will.
All right.
That they're gonna get the taint bag, or what was it called? The scrotum bag. I
Scrote
don't-
tote or
The
the swag
scrote
bag.
All right.
Right on.
All right.
Well, that's good to know. As Jackie's got this weekly low. I didn't
I
have a low. I had a
do.
good
We
week,
did-
I thought.
We did have a really good week.
But Jackie's got a low. What's
But I
bugging
had
you,
a
gorgeous?
low, and it was as soon as we left the studio last week and got home, Jim and I are sitting at the kitchen table and we're having a glass of wine, just reliving the
fine.
show.
Saying how cute Mark looked in the studio. And
How
Ashton
cute he
was
looked
so
in his
gleeful.
dress.
And Tay was so perfect with all the pictures. And Natasha, oh, the social media was on fire. And Josh always gets our good side.
That's right.
He takes our pictures.
But there was a low.
Ah.
Jim
I know.
Jim was completely hurt. I just want everyone to know,
Oh, jeez.
hurt and heartbroken that the story he told about his gold chain and gold ring.
Where I got swindled out of $40 by some guy at a gas station with his family in a minivan who said they needed gas to get up to San Francisco.
Yep.
I know.
Yep.
Sucker.
So he tells me as we're sitting there enjoying our glass of wine, he said, Mom, I got to be honest with you. He said, I wish he wouldn't have even offered me the gold and just would have just taken the money. And I just would have thought that, hey, I gave somebody $40 that really, really needed it. He said, it just kind of hurts my heart.
It was a kick to the dick.
So that's my weekly low.
Damn.
That Jim got hurt by trying to do a good thing.
I get sensitive on wine, guys, just so you know. I know.
Yeah,
It
we've never
sucks.
noticed.
You never know.
I was like, oh, honey, God love him. Well, we're going to keep this on our mannequin in the
Yeah.
studio now.
I'll put it back here. Jackson, why don't you tell him what's up next?
So our three things. We talk about three things every week.
There you go.
Because
You know the
third
show.
time's a charm.
That's right, babies.
So our three things this week. What do we got, baby?
Well, there's always, and I'll tell you, my first one will trigger why we thought of this, but three things that you start but never ever finish. I've been alive for 52 years. I'll go first this time. Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely.
I have your permission?
Yes, beautiful.
All right, gorgeous.
Do whatever you want.
I have never ever ran out of a thing of Blistex or chapstick. You always lose it before you finish it, and sometimes you only get to use it a couple times, and you're back at the gas station, and you're like going, damn, that's how they make all their money, because you never ever get through a little Blistex or a chapstick. You buy another one at the gas station.
That's a great one.
You know? And I just bought one when we were on our Chicago trip.
Yep.
And guess what? I didn't finish it.
It gone.
And it's gone. And
It
I had to buy
gone.
another one.
Yep.
It gone. Jackie, do you got anything that you start but never finished?
So my number three thing that I always start and don't finish, every time I clean out the refrigerator, there's always soy sauce that's been expired for 3 to 5 years. You never finish soy sauce.
You rarely get through a bottle of soy sauce.
Yeah, random sauces in your fridge, they're always expired.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
That's mine.
My number two thing that I start but never ever finish, a bottle of vermouth. And drinkers out there, you seriously, every time you've ever moved, there's still that same bottle of vermouth in the back, all sticky.
There's 3 bottles at our house.
We got 3 of them?
And I think we've made a martini with it maybe twice in 8
Right.
years.
Yeah. Does anybody else know a good drink that uses vermouth besides martinis? Because I've never, ever finished a bottle.
And I've never seen it a
Of
little
vermouth.
bottle. It's always a big bottle.
They screw you. They screw you. Nope. Look
Nope.
at a lot of
See?
confusion. Jackie, what's your number 2 thing that you start but never finished?
My number 2 thing's kind of disgusting.
She's going to get gross on episode 34 of the Jimbo and Jackie show.
8 times a charm.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is there's some mornings coffee doesn't bother me at all. And you know that coffee bothers me sometimes. I've talked about it.
Yeah.
But there's times that I never finish pooping. It just goes on and on.
My girl. My girl.
I hate it.
Well, why do you keep doing it still? Do you like it? Think it's cleansing you?
I guess.
Have you ever heard of a coffee enema?
Yes.
It is a thing, right?
I've heard. Do they put it in cold or hot?
I don't know. And
Really?
yeah.
Whatever way you want it, bud.
I want it in my cup, not my butt.
With me, it was still in the bean form.
Those are called love beads. Love beans, baby. Wow, yeah.
It's like I'll start pooping 30 minutes later, and that's like at 6:37 in the morning. By 1, 2 o'clock, I'm still going back and forth to the bathroom thinking, holy crap, Jim's going to be home in like an hour and he's going to want to do it, and my butt still ain't right.
Wasn't this on a previous episode, guys, where we talked about 15 fucked with bowel overshare? That's what you get into when you're...
I never had issues
Well,
before.
I picked this week's topic, so it's my fault for bringing it on. I brought that shit on myself. My number 1 thing, 3 things that start but never ever finish.
What?
Marriages. I've never finished a marriage. I always say 3 times I said till death do us part, and either I have died and reincarnated, or I am bulletproof, but I have never ever finished a marriage, gorgeous. Is this the one?
This is the one. Beautiful.
3rd time is a charm?
3rd time is a charm.
You're going to kiss on it and everything?
I'm going to kiss on it and everything.
Give me those lips, gorgeous. Even with that poopy butt of yours with the coffee.
Well, I wipe.
Well, I'd hope so. All right, Jackie, what's your number 1 thing that you start but never finish?
My number 1 thing.
Ooh, I would have used it on K-Frog if I got that job.
That I start and never finish, and I've done it so many freaking times, you would think I'd be a millionaire by now.
What is it?
A savings account.
You've never saved enough.
I've never finished.
No.
I'll start it, and then
You
I'll
never
take it
say-
out the
oh.
next day or the next week.
That's enough savings. It's like you get that line where they say, okay, we're going to start charging you for having a savings account if your balance goes below this. And you've always gone below it.
I've always gone below it.
I wonder if is that an old school thing? I want, Mark, you could take a nap on this subject, but is there anybody under 30 in there that has a savings account in our studio? Does anybody have a savings account that's under 30? Oh, Taylor's responsible.
Yeah, Taylor's probably the most responsible person in this studio.
Yeah?
So, yeah, well,
Is it from when you were a kid, Tay-Tay, that you started it? Your parents started it?
No, anytime I get money, I take 15% out and put it straight in my savings, and then
Holy shit.
I put it in my investment accounts.
You're never going to be 15 fucked. Good for you. That's brilliant.
I was getting ready to try to do something times
You-
0.15. Yeah, I can't.
Don't do math during the show. That's bad for ratings. Holy hell.
Yeah, Ashton has
Wow.
one, but my savings account's the empty Arrowhead water jug with all the coins in it.
That's right.
We've got something like that at the house.
Yep. Can I tell you something funny? That back in the day on my, I think my 3rd radio show I did, that me and the host, my buddy Gonzo
said
Greg,
that
who I
before.
hope to get on this show. He's in Vegas right now, so maybe we can hook up with him. But we would call every payday the morning of, and we would call the automated bank statement on the air and see who would have the lowest balance on the air. And one time, Gonzo Greg was so excited. we got like, "Deet," for your balance. You have $1.34. And I said, all right, I think I could beat you, brother. Let's see what we can do. So I called mine. I hit the buttons and everything. Deet, your balance is 74 cents. I'm like, yeah, I'm the most broke. That was a fun radio bit.
I remember
That
you
was a
told
fun
us that,
radio
Elijah.
bit right there.
Do you know what you have in your savings account right now?
You want me to tell you, to be honest?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what's in mine.
I do have, and I've done better than most. My savings account balance right now is $453.68.
Wow, you beat me.
I think I would beat you in the radio show.
Oh, you think your balance?
Mine would be, your balance is negative $233.
Aw,
You need to report to branch 46 right now.
Ashton, you got Venmo, baby.
Easy on that, Mama. We're still okay.
You got Venmo.
What's your savings account, Jackson?
Like $128.
Nice. You got Venmo, baby. I'll Venmo you something. We should have equal savings accounts. I'm trying to remember the last time I had a comma in my savings account. I don't
Yeah, I did here a while back.
Yeah.
Probably I don't know, a month or two ago, and then I had to take it right back out.
I think mine was a lifetime ago. I don't even remember the last time I had a comma in a bank statement. Holy hell. Yes, it is episode 34 of the Jimbo and Jackie Show.
Third time's still a charm.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook and Instagram.
Leave us a review.
That's how we make things happen, I guess.
Ew.
And also, Jackie,
Yesy.
we're doing a new contest here where if somebody says the magic word, are we supposed to not do that?
No, I most wanted to see if Jackie rememred what the word was.
I do remember it.
Prove
And
it.
I know exact.
The magic. Oh,
Taint.
there it is!
I wonder if we could send them a bag of Cheetos with
was-
that little grab bag too.
I was kidding. I didn't want you to say it.
Oh, well, too late.
I'll say it again in a little bit.
I guess these shows meetings need to start before 20 seconds before the show. Something like that. But man, coming up, wait till you hear the mother, the queen, the pope of burps. It's coming up with the wide world of web before we
Yep.
do our burp wars. And of course, we got a fun thing for 50 and Fucked. We got a very special guest. We're going to make him feel a little bit awkward. He's in the green room right now. Musician, very talented SOB, Michael Austin. Very excited. But what's up next, Jackson?
Your favorite, baby.
It is a good one.
Yelp sex position.
Come on, feel good. Oh, yeah. There it is. That's a sexy song.
We'll have to
And
tell
you know
him-
what?
Go ahead.
What is Yelp sex position, Jackie?
So I bought Jim a book. It has 365 positions for every day of the year. We put ourselves into those positions and
Yep.
we do the audio.
Oh, yeah. And we got a beautiful picture. But I want you guys to know something. You know, I need to get serious for a second. If you could cut George Michaels off for a second, I want you to know how dedicated Jackie and I are to this art form of the Yelp sex position because we try so hard to plan ahead for this thing.
Yep.
But sometimes as we say, hey, let's do our Yelp sex position, sometimes being crazy in love, we don't get to the book. The book falls off the bed or something, and it's like, it's go time.
Yeah. Well, yes.
What happened last time?
That.
You crawled up on our
Yes,
on my
I
shit.
did. I crawled up on him.
And it was like going, I thought we were going to do Yelp, but we did something else that didn't have a chance to hit the record or anything.
And then me, like a dummy, I always think, well, maybe we'll just go ahead and do it, and then we can do the Yelp right after. No,
Why
it
not?
doesn't happen.
Why not?
You're done.
Yeah. That's a 50 and fucked right there. You know, the bounce back is a little bit longer.
60 and fucked is where you're doing the help sex position.
That's I've fallen and I'm not getting up. Not that I can't, I'm not getting up.
It's funny because I got like 13 text messages from Mark today. Help! Oh!
So yes, of course, we did it. We got to do the Yelp sex position. The show must go on.
Yeah, and
We did it like 10 minutes before we came
had
here.
to leave because I thought, let me call Tater and see what time she's gonna be here. I was like, Tater, where you at, baby? I'm just 5 minutes from the house, Mama. Get ready to turn on Barton Road, and I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'm like, crap, we can't start. Now we're gonna be late.
Yep. But also, I see. What do you got? You got something here before we go into Yelp's exposition. You want to show people how in love we are. You found your what book?
Yeah, so I found my little Love Is book from when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I probably got, I don't know, 1,000 of these things.
Oh, my goodness. I see why you're showing this one, too.
Yeah, so Love Is this week
All
telling
right.
him something has come between you. And she's pointing at his little tummy that's poking out.
It's like you're getting fat, fuck. That's the sweetest way of saying you're getting fat, fuck.
So what did we do this week?
We joined the YMCA.
We canceled television and
YMCA.
joined the whole family to YMCA.
Yep. So we've been going to the YMCA. Can you guys tell? Guys in the studio, can you,
You
tell
guys go to the
everyone?
YMCA to watch TV?
Yeah, on the treadmill because it's got it on there.
He's on a treadmill. Young man.
So yes, that's what we did. So
at
Jackie's in his sweetest way, Love Is trying to tell me that I got a baby bump. So we're gonna try to get rid of that before the season.
Before we become grandparents.
Yep. But let's get back to the sexy time. Yelp sex position. What was this week's position, Jackie?
The back cracker.
Oh, wait, do you see this? Now this is where we turn it over to the man with many commas in his savings account and investment portfolio. The man.
He's
can
really studying this one.
The legend.
This one needs a little description. We give a microphone up to our good friend Tay before our guest Michael Austin comes in. We like to make it really awkward for our guests to listen to us have sex. So go ahead, Tay. The show is yours. Describe this week's Yelp sex position.
So for this week we have the back cracker, and there's a lot going on with this one. But
There is.
last week we talked about Miss Pac-Man, I believe, and this week we've got another Pac-Man position, but both bodies are very twisted into the Pac-Man position. So it's also distracting because we have a massive Jackie head on top of it. So it looks like in video games when you unlock like the giant head cheat code or something.
And that's why we encourage you to watch the YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, leave us a review. Tay continues.
So there's a lot of body parts here. We'll start with the man. He's on his back, and he's got his legs up in a 45-degree angle,
Nice.
facing towards him.
It's 47, but that's just details.
47, yeah, and 3/4, and I'm really interested in the angle of the penis in this one because it doesn't look comfortable. We've got the female, her back is touching the legs, his scrotum, as producer Mark pointed out. We've got breasts out, facing towards the horizon.
It's like, hello, son.
Palms on the ground, and we've got just their parts mashed together in what seems like a very unnatural position.
It's a human game of Jenga.
Human game of Jenga, and I'm interested in how the movement works in this. I'm interested in the genital angles that are going on.
We
here.
all are.
So we'll have to see.
Genital.
When I see this, the first thing that comes to my mind is rug burn, just across the board. So we'll have to see how this one went.
And we always like to be safe on this show. How many points of contact do we have?
We've got. Yeah, it's like one solid point of contact.
It's
like
just like a wad of flesh.
Yeah, there's a lot of geometry involved in this one. You're gonna need a compass and a protractor.
All right.
So, well, OSHA states that there's 4 points of contact.
So we're
it's your
okay.
hands and her legs, which you guys combined as one since you entered her. You guys are one.
Yes.
That's a,
So,
Oh,
well, OSHA is 4 points of contact of all time.
that's a real thing.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, I think without that, we should roll the tape for what's the position, Jackie?
the back cracker.
All righty, all boned up for the what?
The back cracker.
That's right. Not only is it called the back cracker, but Jackie's got a cracker on her back.
Well, sort of.
So here we go. You do what you got to do. I got to raise them up.
Oh my God.
This one is very taint friendly for you, isn't it? Exposure.
Okay, I gotta lean back a little bit.
Lean back.
And I gotta grab your knees. Oh, your toes. Your toe almost went in my mouth.
A little Cheetos besides the potatoes. Wow, this is exposure.
Ay, ay, ay.
I feel like I'm giving birth.
Take a look. Good Lord. You ought to see your crack.
Do you have buyer's remorse?
I look down a little.
Chewbacca.
Here we
Winter
go.
coat.
Lean back.
Lean back.
My neck. My back. Put them up, Sam.
Oh, man. This is quite demanding.
Your toes are curled back.
I know. I feel like I'm at the gynecologist with,
You look like you are. We need stirrups.
with the No, we don't. What back cracker? How's your back?
Oh, it's hurting.
Your neck.
I think we're done.
She gone. Yep. There it is, everybody. And as usual, the Yelp sex position is brought to you by Slim Chillers, the adult otter pop that makes the panties drop. That's what we're talking about. Oh, man, we are excited. That's coming up soon. Premature celebration. It is episode of the Jimbo and Jackie show.
34, 3 times a charm.
Burp Wars is coming up with a
Yes,
very
it
special
is.
video of a belching queen. And it is time to bring in our very
I'm so
special
excited.
We got to see him on one of our field trips, and it was cool because he brought us up on the stage. We got to announce him, and then he also brought me up to do a little air guitar. I was a little bit nervous that he was going to make me sing. But right now, please give it up on episode 34 of the Jimbo and Jackie show,
3 times a charm.
Mr. Michael Austin.
Woo!
Yeah!
And the crowd goes wild.
This, look at this. Hell yeah! God's guns and country music. That's right. Hell yeah! Let's listen to a little bit.
On Saturday night, singing country boy can't survive. Give me God, guns, and good old country music. All I need under this sun is God, guns, and country
Hell yeah!
music.
I'm K-Frog 95.1.
Oh, there it is. There
It's
it
Jim
is.
Bob.
There's your
let's
new air
bring it
check
into
right
the-
there.
That's right. See, maybe I'll get that gig one
That's
day.
it, man. That's it.
Well, damn. Welcome to the show,
It's
bro.
good to be here, man. You guys are so fun. This is ridiculously
We
fun.
try to be the most positively positive podcast on planet Earth.
There you go. I think you're definitely getting there.
Good to hear. You are fresh off the tour with Mr. Ted Nugent.
Oh, yeah, man. That was a trip. I
I
tell you,
bet.
from start to finish, it was just so much fun.
Now, how did that happen? Because God, guns, and country music.
Right.
There's 3 things like 3 times a charm.
Oh, look at that.
How did you get hooked up with Ted Nugent to go on tour?
So I had a tour wish list.
Uh-huh.
And I put that out to all my people, and I said, hey, this is, who I'd like to go out with, yada, yada, yada. So when we had had the dailies from God Guns Country Music, I said, just send it out just to see who likes it. Well, apparently it had got to one of Ted's managers, and they said, "Hey, they get it over to Ted." Ted says, "I got to meet this guy."
Yeah.
Let's see
Oh,
what happens.
wow.
So I get the phone call, and it says, of course, it's 5:30 my time here in California. I was out here visiting, and it's, of course, it's later back then. And they go, "Hey, this is Ted Nugent." I go, "Yeah, whatever." Click.
Yeah. Oh, you hung up right away?
Yeah. They calls back and say, "Don't you fucking hang up on me." So, I mean, it's just, from start to finish, it's just been, it was a fun thing. We didn't know we were going to go on tour. We had initially talked to him about shooting a video for God Dance Country Music, big Second Amendment supporter.
Hell yeah.
And it's all part of it. And Ted was actually the third rock show that I ever saw when I was a kid.
Wow.
So I was a fan, to start with. And so we were going to talk to him about doing the video. We had arranged to fly out to his ranch in Texas. And when we got out there, apparently the powers that be, I'm always the last one to know stuff. The powers that be had already negotiated the tour, and I had no idea. So I get there, and this is the first time that we're meeting face to face. So my videographer gets out. He's kind of, starting to take pictures.
Got to capture the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And then my label handler goes out, and they do their introductions. And as I go walking over, Ted looks at me, points at me, and he goes, "Don't you say a fucking word."
Wow.
And I was like, how did I blow this already?
That's right.
I'm like, what happened? And he sticks out his hand and he shakes my hand. He's got, real strong hands. Guy's been a guitar.
He's a tall guy, too.
Tall guy. And
he's like me, but a little bit shorter.
And he says, he says, "From this moment on, you're going to be known as one badass motherfucker."
Ah!
And I was like, and he goes, "Because you and we're blood brothers. You get me?" And I go, "I got you." He goes, "You get me?" I swear to God, I was imagining that he was about to bring out a knife and we were going to cut our hands and seal the deal. And that's it. I would have done it. I would have done it. I was caught up in the moment. I was like, I got to do this. Holy shit. And then, lucky for me, there was no knife cutting. He goes, "Well, let's go get a bunch of guns and just go run around my property." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, this is all
what a moment in time."
Yeah, man. It's just, and of course, we caught it all on camera, and except for the expletives, Yeah, it is what it is. That was
colorful verbiage.
Moment. Yeah, it was such a moment in time. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you dream about when you're a kid.
Yeah. Right.
Growing up where I grew up, I had no idea that I would ever be face to face with Ted Nugent, let alone be going on tour with him.
Absolutely.
It was absolutely incredible. So,
favorite Ted Nugent song? Go.
Oh man, Cat Scratch Fever.
Ah, there it is,
Every
everybody.
time, man. As he calls it, this is the sexiest lick ever created by a guitar player ever.
Yeah, Ted Nugent, badass.
But I fell in love with a lot of stuff that I guess labels would consider, B-sides and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was a song that there was an album cut called Thousand Knives, man. I'm like, wow, the melody I love it. Absolutely.
Nice.
Love it. And being able to watch him play every night, of course, Great White Buffalo, another huge fan of that. And, just stuff like that was just, every time he played Cat Scratch Fever, man, I got chills. Like, I'm literally here with this guy performing right before he comes out. And to see people just electrify just with that riff. How he's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's sickening, isn't it?
Oh, come on, man. If somebody says that there's no agenda behind that.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to get on an anti-rap sentiment, but if you've got rap stars that are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And Ted Nugent isn't? Come on.
Me and the band, we actually went to Cleveland, and we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And we all cast votes for him because you can actually vote. If you make it to the Rock and Roll Music Hall of Fame,
which is in Cleveland, everybody.
You can go and you can vote. And then they take the top and they put those on a ballot and then they're inducted. And how, I guess it's not the music anymore, it's the politics or however you want to do it.
Right.
And I just never want to be that kind of artist. So, we had a moment out in the middle of this beautiful. He has 366 acres in Texas.
Holy hell, good for him.
And we're sitting there, and he goes, I just got to tell you. He says, I'm honored that you trust me with going out on tour with me.
Now, a lot of people wouldn't expect to hear words like that because you think Ted Nugent, you think always in your face.
Yeah.
But a man to his word, a man who believes in what he believes in.
Brother, that's it. Just like you guys. Every time I see you guys are always like super fun, super amped up and high. And nobody can question that you guys are real, genuine people. The same thing with Ted. There's no way that you can question that he's a genuine guy. You can say, oh, he's nuts and that. No, he's just smart.
Yeah.
And when you're not as smart and you're not keeping up, the first thing you're going to do is point a finger and call somebody crazy. But it's somebody that wakes up and has that much passion, 71 years old. And when I saw him, I remember going to see him down here at the Coach House.
Right.
And it was just, we're going to go down, we're going to hang out.
That's
and,
California, just so you know. We're we're global now, Michael Lawson.
Yes. So the Coach House in California. I saw the protesters outside, and I'm like, oh no, this is great. I figure I start the tour in a week after this, right? And I'm like, oh, this is great, And then you start to get fired up, like I hope they come after me too, because I believe the same thing. But when I went to see him and watched him put on that show, I said, oh, I got to step up my game. And I called my bandmates and I said, you guys, we got to turn it up. So we actually rehearsed an extra
because you got
week.
some young guns in your band.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What's the age of your band? Would you say?
So the average age of my band right now would be math in a public school, 28 years old.
Okay. But they had to know who Ted Nugent was.
Oh yeah, everybody knew who he was, and there was an interaction between my guitar player and Ted. Where
I can't wait to hear
for
this.
some we just go walking by, and we weren't gonna glom on and be like in his dressing room every night, but I think it was like the third show, and as we were walking by, he says, "You guys get in here, blah," and he comes in and he looks at Wes and he goes, "You got some great tones, kid." He goes,
Whoa.
and he looked at him, he goes, "Kneel." And I was like, I get this. He's about to knight him with one of the Birdland guitars, and Wes is just confused, and he has no idea. And then Ted goes, or don't. He goes, but I hear my, guitar player, la, la, la. And I was just like going, and Wes goes, I just didn't know what to do. He was just so shell-shocked.
He was hoping it wasn't a breathalyzer.
Oh,
he was
Neil, breathalyzer.
I know what that means at my house.
Neil,
and it never going to change, baby. It ain't never going to change.
That's perfect. But yeah, just to be acknowledged by, to me, probably one of the greater guitar players, if not one of the greatest guitar players of all time.
Some of the best rock and roll licks ever.
Man, nobody does with the Birdland what Ted Nugent does.
And the sweetest love song of all time called Wang Dang Sweet Poontang.
Oh yeah,
that's played at many.
You played that one.
Yeah, that's right. It's fun.
And oh my God, Fred Bear, man.
Oh,
and to hear the stories,
what a riff.
To hear the stories on how this stuff all came to be, I'm just like, and it rejuvenates me inside to be like, he's 71 years old and he's
that passionate.
Oh yeah, and he told me, he goes, the reason that a lot of bands just never, he goes, they lose that passion.
Yeah.
So I wake up and I love what I do, man, every day.
Amen.
And being able to share that with the world right now is. There's nothing. You can't have a better time than this.
Hell no.
There's just no way.
What is it you used to do every morning, honey, when you got to the radio station?
Oh, I would. Of course, I did a morning show, and the worst part always is waking up and you're in the shower and you're going, "Fuck, man, I took a wrong career choice. Holy shit!" Showering, driving to work, trying to wake up a little bit, and as soon as I got out of the car, and I always say, working for a morning show, it's like every day you're taking the worst flight of your life because you're going to bed and you're waking up. It's the same color outside. And you're like, oh, I'm saving $100 by doing this. So I'm going to take this shitty flight. And I'd get to the radio station. I'd get out of the car. I'd look up at the heavens and I'd say, Mom, thank God I get to do what I love, and thank God it provides for my family. And I'd walk in, and I'd be all juiced and ready and take over the world.
Heck yeah, man.
So good for you.
Yeah, it's
a
they say
blessing.
if you do what you love, you never work a day of your life.
Amen.
So I mean, it's amazing, and I'm blessed every day.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Jackie, I didn't get that job at K-Frog, but I brought Michael Austin into our podcast.
Hey, you brought him into the universe.
So go ahead, ask him a question, Jackie.
So I'm curious, what was your favorite city on tour that you guys did?
I actually had a blast in Columbus, Ohio.
Really? I've never been to
Absolutely.
Ohio.
Our friend Tiffany's from there.
Yeah,
She says great things.
I'll tell you, every place was electric, but Columbus and Penns Peak, which is in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, were two of my favorite shows that we did on the road.
And what made you your favorite? What's like a favorite show mean to you?
Penns Peak was one of the most incredible venues. It was probably like the Hall of Valhalla. If you can picture that great Viking hall filled with thousands of rock fans.
Yes.
And the minute we stepped out, we had them. And that right there was electric. And to look up and see the timbers. Matter of fact, one of my new promo videos that we're sending out is finishing with God Guns and Country Music, and they all got their hands up, and it's just an incredible show. And then the same with in Columbus, where we played. The stage has an indoor and an outdoor. And it's like an amphitheater on one side and then a club venue on the other side, depending on the size of the show.
Right.
And we had the outdoor amphitheater, and it was just literally packed, start to finish. And we had them. Note one, they were in it. And to see people appreciate the music like that, and knowing that they're there for Ted, was just magical. So, and we had a blast at both venues. It was pretty awesome. So, and there was a bunch. I mean, there was so many experiences from Florida to New York, and Buffalo had a real funny one where the band walks out in front of me, to start the show, and then I walk out after. And as they walk out, a guy like probably in the third row, I think is what we see in the video, says, "You better be fucking good." And we're like, so we spliced the beginning with "you better be fucking good" to the end with the standing ovation that we got. And we're like, so I guess we made the cut, But thank you, Buffalo, New York, for your hospitality. Like right away, out of nowhere, you're just like, oh, there it is.
In your head, did you kind of think like, oh, well, we fucking are. Get ready.
Oh, man, yeah. Well, of course, Wes goes into Pucker Factor 12, and Gus just gets on the drum kit. He's just going to kill it. And Song doesn't care. She's just there to have a good time.
Yeah.
She's badass.
She is a badass.
I love that girl.
She plays what? The violin? And what?
She plays
keyboard?
She's my bass player.
Bass.
Yeah.
She plays keyboard, violin. She plays everything.
I know. That's why I didn't know what she played.
She used to run a music school, and she still does private lessons and stuff like that. But she's been with me now coming up.
Well, pay her more so she doesn't have to do that shit. Come on, record label, step up your game.
That's it, man. Hey, everybody needs a big paycheck.
I'm teasing.
But she's amazing. She is a badass, and she's so much fun to be around because she's just always so light-spirited and fun, and she just has a great time. And the entire band, everybody was like, oh, you guys are going to be on a bus together. That's when the true colors come out. I love those guys more now. And we're tighter
team building.
Now than we.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a complete team build. There's not an asshole in my band.
Nice.
Oh,
there's an asshole maybe that runs the band.
We got to have that one guy.
Yeah, there's always
and
that
that's
guy.
Jackie on our show. Our staff hates Jackie. She's such an a-hole.
I'm not very likable, guys.
Yeah, we love each other. It's just good stuff.
That's awesome. And I heard a story, a good friend of ours named Casey and Stan, who owned a roller rink in Grand Terrace, California. And we heard you used to be a DJ for the roller rink.
Yeah, man. That's back when I was trying to do an air check and get a job on radio. And
we
listen
heard
to
stories
rock.
that in between songs, every now and then, you would belt out a ditty and sing to the people roller skating.
And you know what? From an early age, man, you found out that music sometimes is a way to a woman's heart,
Mm-hmm.
So every chance I got, man, I was like, yeah, I'm going to try this one out.
Nice.
That's back when Color Me Bad was, doing their stuff. So I'd jump on and like get some,
Give us a little demonstration of that. Come on, kick it old school.
So
Here's Michael
funny
Austin at the Cal Skate in Grand Terrace, California.
man.
Years back. We'll let him think of what he would do. He's seeing a hot little piece of tail skating around.
Oh my God,
Oh,
man.
backward skate only. Backward skate. That's for the girls with the nice fannies when they had
Like
backward
ladies'
skate.
choice,
Ladies' choice.
couple skate. You turn the lights down. And
skate?
Oh my God.
All
man.
skate.
What was
All
that?
skate.
I'm trying to think of that Color Me Bad song because I put this out of my head because it was so tragic a time in my life. And I'm trying to think of the Color Me Bad song. And do you guys have any?
You look it up. You got to Google it.
Yeah, Google it. See
Google
what
it.
was.
We got a staff.
When I want to sex you up.
Oh, was that?
I wanna
Let's hear a little
sex
bit.
you up.
Is there any way to do a
that's a
little
good
color
one.
me bad? To get, we're gonna do a little time travel. It's time to hit the hot tub time machine
What was the song?
with Michael
He
Austin.
put it out of his head, kind of like Jim did his past wives.
That's right. Damn it, you got to move on sometimes. Damn it.
Was it Color Me Bad? No, it wasn't. I Want to Sex You Up.
That's not it.
That's not it.
I wanna sex you up.
That would have
you
been
go.
great.
We got
But
you,
back
boo.
then, you didn't
We
know
got
how
you,
old
boo.
the little skaters were. God, I'm Pat. You see, man, you hit me up that out of left field.
Okay,
I'm like, come on.
I didn't know it was gonna be that good,
Oh,
but
God.
there's a little bit. Okay, if
If it comes, I'll tell you what. I'll lock into it. We'll come back to it.
okay, we'll come back to it. If you feel inspired,
If I feel
we put you
inspired.
on the spot. I didn't even look at it. I didn't even know I was going to ask that question. But all of a sudden, I said, as you were talking, I'm going,
yeah.
all right, we're getting a little inspirational here and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So I have a question. So before
Sorry,
you
we
moved
don't have
in-
time.
Oh,
That's it. No, of
oh,
course
that's
we
a
got.
great excuse to touch your wife's breast. I love that. Yeah. Is it boobs,
No, no,
breast,
no.
or tits?
Are you-
I don't even know anymore.
Are you smashed
call
the
it
brakes? You're
all.
like, oh wait, there's a car
Yeah.
coming. Oh,
It's like
got
it's
cut
like
off.
the mom seatbelt, but way better. Yeah.
I got you, boo.
I got you. Jackie continues. I'm sorry.
So Jim has never been to Nashville before.
Oh my!
And I
we'll have
had
to change that.
And I had never been until a couple of years ago. I did a girls' trip there.
Oh, yeah.
Country Music Awards were there and stuff. I come back and I said, "Honey, you gotta go. We gotta go. I love
She
it more than
praised it
Vegas."
to the all in.
Oh yeah.
And I love Vegas so much, but I told him I said Nashville's 10 times better,
Wow.
and he can't believe I feel like that.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, the crazy thing about living in Nashville now is seeing just how many. It is a bachelorette party destination,
I bet.
and they
Yeah.
all get on those pedal taverns, which if you live there, you're not very fond of, but they're funny to watch.
Yeah.
People are falling off of them now, and it's getting kind
And
of
I just
crazy.
hear comics and rock stars are all moving that
Oh yeah,
way.
man. Oh, I mean, it's kind of funny because I used to go to the Red Door, which is on 17th and Division, is a great little place, and we used to go there because
Good staff,
every
by the way.
fourth beer was going to be free because you buy 3 beers, they give you a wooden chit good for a free beer.
Right.
And I still have like a bag of those. They don't do it anymore. But I remember being there one time, and I look up, and John Corabi's standing there.
Look at that.
And he comes walking over to me because we're literally recording in the same studio.
John
Steve
Corabi,
Cropper
Jackie, was the
studio.
guy who replaced Vince Neil in Motley Crue.
Oh, okay.
And he was also, what was the band before that, dang it?
He did a little bit of Guns N' Roses, man. He was in
Yeah.
on that mix up. And I'm
Nice.
like, this is some crazy stuff. But yeah, you see, Steven Tyler went back and did an album.
Right.
Did his country
And
thing
I
back there.
dug it.
Yeah,
I thought
man.
he did great.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, and it's funny because my producer worked on that record.
Great
And-
song, by the way. Walking on Sunshine is a song that me and my daughter still play every once in a while. It's the most positively positive song on planet Earth. Walking on Sunshine, Steve Tyler. Check it out today.
Well, I told Jim too when I went, I said, I'm so shocked that just everybody there isn't just famous. I said, there's 2 or 3 bars in every bar.
So much
There's
talent.
a band on every one. It's like, why aren't they famous?
Yeah. Well, you know what I found
didn't hear
out is a
one
lot
bad
of
band.
people don't want to do that. A lot of writers that I've met in Nashville, they want to be behind the scene. I mean, essentially, that's where the money's at these days anyway.
Right.
But they don't have it in themselves. They don't want to put themselves out across all over. They just want to hear their work be successful.
Yeah.
And they write this great stuff, but they'll go to the taverns and they'll go to the smaller places on Broadway and Demumbrium and 17th and Division and Losers and all that stuff. And they'll play their stuff because those are their people. It's not like a crowd scene. It's not like a new audience. These are other writers. So it's more of a respect thing when they get out there and do that. And they'll tell you, they go, we're not artists, we're writers.
Yeah.
But you would think that they'd all be famous because there's so much talent in that city. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
So my uncle moved there from St. Louis. My uncle Earl, he passed away a couple of years ago. And so we all went out there because all of his friends out there wanted to do a big benefit
Give
for
a little
him.
background. He made some waves.
Oh, yeah. He wrote music for George Strait.
Oh, wow.
Tracy Lawrence. He drove for Tanya Tucker. And so they had this big benefit.
Did you ever get to make out with Tandy Tucker? Do you
I got
know?
a
I
funny
don't-
Tanya Tucker
I don't
story.
know
We'll tell
about
after.
that.
Okay.
So we went out there, and I can't remember the name of the place now, but it's the Grand Ole Opry. So there's a little place right there where they used to all play back in the day. So I got to get up and sing.
The old Grand Ole Opry?
The
old Ryman, downtown.
No, it's not downtown. It's like 20, 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah. So out by Opryland, the new Ryman so Grand Ole Opry out there. Mhm.
Yeah, so there's a little bar out there.
Yeah.
And they had a big benefit, and I got to sing on stage.
What'd you sing? Let's hear a little bit of that. We tried to get Michael Austin to do
really, yeah.
his roller skating
knock
days.
Knock off my.
We got to show that we can do it, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Let's hear. What'd you sing when you were up on stage in Nashville?
Crazy.
Oh my.
Oh my.
I'm crazy for feeling so lonely.
Ooh.
I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so blue.
And for Mary and Jimbo.
So anyway.
Wow. Hey. Oh, we got the K-Frog bell. We got the K-Frog bell. Look at us.
Nice. So the steel guitar player for Tennessee Whiskey.
Okay.
So the
Stapleton.
Chris
Chris
Stapleton, steel guitar player. He was on that.
Oh wow.
Tanya Tucker's ex-husband was on guitar. I was so freaking tickled. I got to sing on stage in Nashville.
And it's amazing. You never know who the players are going to
No,
be.
you never know.
Because those guys are all workers. If they're not on tour, they're recording or they're playing smaller gigs. And they're not saying, hey, I'm George Street's steel guitar player. They're just playing, man, because they love to do it.
They're good at it. They love it.
Being able to do that for a living.
Now, I got no talent.
Yeah, you do.
When you're in is it fun recording in a studio or is it monotonous?
One of my favorite places to be.
That's what I've heard from some musicians.
Because that's when it's like that instant gratification word.
Let me say
like,
musician again, because I said that kind of drunk. Musician.
Yeah. So when you have a painter, they love to paint because they love to see the results of their work.
Right.
Now, doing a song, sometimes you're not going to hear it right away because there's the scratch vocal that you do first, and then you come in and you do the lead vocal, and then they'll add other instrumentation. So then it's you give birth, but you don't know how your child is going to grow up. And
Hell
you hope
no,
they're
you
going to
don't.
grow up to be a scholar, a college graduate doctor, but sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're ditch diggers, But
We need them.
Each individual one you're going to watch come out of you, and it's just it's something magical. It really is. So.
Is there songs on your album that you don't like? I mean, because I wondered, like with some bands, especially back in the day, let's be honest. Obviously, you know which ones are the hits, and there's like some, hey, we need to make an album, so we got to have some songs. Is there some songs that let's just go brass tacks here that you're like on? Oh, man, I don't like that. I don't want to do that one live.
No, now there are songs
They're your children,
that I
know.
don't want to do live, just in certain circumstances because I just don't feel that the crowd is. Out with Ted, you wanted high energy, so it was 35 minutes of the high energy stuff that we had.
Right.
It wasn't a place for like Honestly, which I think is going to be a huge wedding song, or God Only Knows, big huge ballad. This storyline stuff.
I was going to ask you about that.
But as far as everything that's on the album, I'm not to the point where I have a massive label telling me that you're gonna sing this stuff.
Right. Because you hear like sometimes like bands like Quiet Riot, they did not want to do Come On Feel the Noise.
No.
Yeah.
It ended up being one of their biggest hits.
Exactly.
But you get that because sometimes a label will push a certain writer because that writer has a bunch of top tens over the past few months with a bunch of different artists.
Yep.
But I'm luckily in that zone where my label, I still have 52%, which is a godsend, creative control.
Awesome.
I fell in love with every song that I put on the record.
Very cool.
And we actually had to cut stuff that I
good problem to have.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can't wait to do the next record. And that's kind of where Nashville is now. And I think it all started back with Keith Urban on Golden Road, which I think is still one of his best albums ever, where almost every song was a single. There was no B-side. There was no filler music.
Yeah.
Because I never want to see anybody reaching for that fast forward or
No.
hitting on their phone fast forwarding through my record.
And it's harder than ever this time.
It is.
Ever, because people are so used to just buying one song, buying a ringtone.
Exactly.
Click, click.
Well, I mean, never in my life did I think that I would see an artist would have 6 songs on the same charts at one time. Luke Combs, God bless him. You know, I hope he keeps churning out top 10 hits, but you've got, you know, that many songs on the charts and somebody sees you live. What's the point of going and seeing you live again?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great entertainer. It's a fun show, but when you pelt somebody and you just literally beat that dog down and you listen to it over and over and over again, some people are going to get tired of it.
True.
And it's a sad thing because there's, like you said, Jackie, there's so much talent in Nashville that there's so many ways to spread it, but the majors are afraid. And with the majors being the way they are, sometimes country radio doesn't act accordingly. They just go with the flow, the algorithm. You know, I always tell people, don't say the word algorithm around me. If you do, I'm going to chicken choke you because it's going to happen. I don't want to hear about how some computer is telling me, you know, what my music is going to do to somebody because I'm going out and witnessing it. You know, we play in front of, 10,000 people. I see the feeling that I get from them. So don't tell me that it's not going to do well on radio because of an algorithm.
Right,
'cause
exactly.
That changes all the time. I mean,
Yep, all that
look
nerd stuff.
Back when country became popular, man, you were around for this, and this is something I wanted to ask you. So back when 80s
Michael
rock,
Austin asked Jimbo, the former rock DJ,
yeah,
a
I've
question.
got a Jimbo question. I'm gonna go right back to a Jackie question.
The
Check this out.
interviewer becomes the interviewee.
Absolutely, and check
Or
this out.
interviewee becomes the interviewer.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that once was the grasshopper, now I'm the master.
That's right. Let's
So-
hear it. I got you, boo.
So when you saw the transition of rock and roll
Uh-huh.
start to happen, okay, because this is when the 90s, when 80s rock was at its peak with what they call the hair metal, and when
I loved
when
it.
all that stuff was going on. Crew was hot, GNR was hot, Journey was
Poison.
still hot. All that stuff was, Aerosmith was on fire.
My first
The
three-way
Stones
kiss was
great.
at a Poison concert.
There
I
you
want
go.
you to know.
Poison, Cinderella, Bon Jovi, all that stuff going
man,
on.
you're speaking my language.
So then, all of a sudden, the void started to happen, and it went to what everybody calls the grunge rock.
Yes.
Okay, so us on the countryside, because I was a huge '80s rock fan, man,
Right.
all of those.
It was a
bands.
party, baby.
Yeah, it was great. And,
Yeah.
and mostly all the makeout sessions you ever had were to all that stuff.
Yes.
But what we saw on the countryside was when you had that break in rock and roll and it kind of lost its way and it went to grunge. So not everybody liked STP and Nirvana,
Right.
And that, and when Beck came out with that darker stuff. That's when country really came on fire, which is where I'm gonna. So when did you start really loving country music? Was it the '90s country?
Oh, honey, my whole life.
Oh, okay.
My family's from St. Louis, North Carolina. My Uncle Earl was a country and western singer. I remember they would go up to Nashville and try to make it.
yeah.
He's cut records and stuff.
Right.
So I've
But did
loved
you
it my
feel
whole
that
life.
change? Did you see a bunch of your friends that were rock and rollers come over to country music?
All my friends were country. I didn't
that's
know rock
awesome.
and roll until I got with Jim.
Oh my goodness!
I corrupted her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You
But I
gave her
did
the
see
rock
that.
and the roll.
That's
Yeah.
right, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a country girl forever and a day.
That's amazing.
Forever and
but
a
yeah,
day.
man. I mean, did you see that happen? Did you
Oh,
see
big
them
time.
kind of?
And I'll be honest, I thought musically, I thought grunge was obviously it seemed to be very talented, and the songs were definitely deeper and darker than
Oh, yeah.
Talk Dirty to Me.
Oh, yeah, man.
But I loved the music, but I hated the concerts.
Yeah.
I went to them and I was like going, the girls are wearing the same pants as a guy who changed my oil. They're wearing Dickies and flannel shirts to these concerts, and I'm used to going to Bon Jovi and Poison and Motley Crue with skirts up to the beef.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on.
Back when there was beef.
That's right.
I think if I see one of those now, I'm going to freak out.
The concerts were depressing.
Yeah,
I went to a
absolutely.
Pearl Jam and Nirvana show, and I was like going, musically awesome. Kudos.
Yeah.
You guys are very talented. The songs are great.
Absolutely.
but I'm bored and depressed as fuck.
Yeah, man. I could
want the
never
party.
get past that feeling. And, to look at what Dave Grohl has done with the Foo Fighters, he's like the phoenix, man.
Yeah.
So the phoenix that rose out of that whole, firestorm of
Right.
crap. To me, and I'm not saying that the music was crap. I can listen to. I actually will listen to Nirvana when I need it.
Exactly.
But
Foo Fighters,
Oh,
positive, uplift.
All the
I always,
time, yeah.
I always joked. I said, "Man, Nirvana held Dave Grohl back."
yeah. Essentially, you look, and everything happens for a reason, man. I'm a firm believer
Absolutely.
in that. And look what happened.
I'd love to
So,
hear his
yeah.
take on it.
Oh yeah,
You
man.
know?
I would love to sit down and pick his brain of how did you break from what you were doing
Right.
to what you
Yeah.
know, how did the Foo Fighters come up with this material? Because this is who you were.
And you could tell
And
he
it's
had a sense of humor, and so
Oh,
did Kurt
yeah.
Cobain. But the songs were kind of depressing and dark. But you
Yeah.
could tell when you watch some of their videos, you go, "These guys are funny."
Right.
You could tell, but they're singing about dark, serious
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, and there's a few country artists, man, that have that dark stuff and they shine. I mean, go to a Gary Allan concert,
Will you slit your wrist?
Well, you're not going to see. I mean, it's just Gary has a way of pulling every emotion out of you that you possibly have in your entire body. You'll go through the ringer. You'll feel like you were in a relationship, broke up, got back together,
Lost
got
your
married,
dog, your
and then
truck,
lost
your
the girl.
grandma.
Yeah, and then by the end of it, you're like emotionally drained.
Yeah.
There's no super highs,
All
there's no
right.
super lows. It's just that, man, it's gut wrenching, and he does it flawlessly, man. But that's a great thing about country music is it's pretty much been a constant. But I think that we stole a lot of fans when that happened with rock
Probably
and roll.
so.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Well, I mean, that's why I wrote the record that I wrote, man.
Yeah.
I'm a huge 80s and 90s rock guy. So I listened to all that stuff, and that's the stylistic stuff that I put into what I have now.
We're chilling and
You
having a
know.
great time with Michael Austin over here.
I gotta
So
say,
much fun.
one
God's
of my
Guns and Country Music, one of the
Yep.
best titles
I know.
ever.
I love that.
Ever.
I love you. That's
Ever.
awesome.
One of my favorite songs my Uncle Earl wrote was called I Found Jesus on the Jailhouse Floor.
And I said, that's a
Oh my
badass
God.
title,
and,
too.
And Jim's got a great title for his song that he said he's going to write, but I'm thinking he might need a writer.
I may need your help with trying to cut.
I'm with you.
My best memories I forget.
That's brilliant.
And it's a song about all the great times you've had, because we've all had those nights where your buddy the next day says, do you remember this? And you're like, no, but that sounds like a damn good time.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
whole song is going to be about your friends telling you what you did the night before. And you're like, I lived my life with no regrets. My best memories, I forget.
Yeah, so we told my
And now you got a bunch of guys out there that are gonna write that
yeah.
tune, man.
So my cousin,
Yeah, copyright. Pour me a copyright. Somebody send that to me in an email.
so my cousin Dustin Clark, he's a country and western singer, trying to make it just like my uncles tried. He was on The Voice for a while and then got cut. But I told him, I said, Dustin, you gotta check out Michael Austin. You gotta check him out, babe.
Man.
I want to put you guys together. You
Yeah,
guys
for
remind
sure.
me so much of each other. You
And
really,
you know
really
what?
do.
I need to take a pee break. I got to be honest with you. But is there any way that Tay-Tay can bring up Show Me the Muddy?
Oh,
This is a
man.
great song. Is that cool? Can you do that, Producer Mark?
Yes.
I love
Got
that
a
answer.
stinking face on.
I love that. He looks so serious, and I'm like going, here it is. While Jimbo goes pee-pee. Almost on K-Frog 95.1.
For the show, saw you lying dancing out on the floor, looking like someone I'd like to know. Well, you got the clothes and you look the part, but tell me, girl, do you got a country girl heart? But have you ever been fishing in the dark? Show me the money, rocking cowboy boots and Daisy Dukes. Can you get dirty? Little front row smoke show talking to you. Can you drop it low on an old dirt road with the radio playing old Haggard and Jones? Can you show me the money? Show me the money. Do you champagne or PBR? Are you city lights or country stars? Can you moon pie with some moonshine hanging in a backyard? Show me the money, rocking cowboy boots
It's Jim Bob almost on K-Frog 95.12369. And
Bob, I love
Michael Austin, show me the muddy. The same thing I said to Jacqueline the first time I asked for anal on our honeymoon.
Oh,
Show me the muddy.
that wasn't the first
man.
time.
Okay, probably not. But it sounded good.
I've
Here
been
with
sitting
Michael
on that
Austin.
one for a long time before I wrote it too, man.
That's a great title.
Just
Yeah,
have the
it
title
is.
in a book. And we were looking for ideas. We're about halfway through the album.
Yep.
And they go, what else do you got? And I'm like,
Show me the muddy.
show me the muddy.
Show me the muddy.
And I'm like, oh. And then it took us 2 days to write it. We had to have 2 Thai food breaks.
Oh, is that right?
It's so crazy, man. The thing that you think is going to break your writer's block, to me, it's Thai food.
No,
If I have
there
writer's
you go.
block, I go eat Thai food.
It worked.
You know? Yeah.
It worked. It showed you the muddy.
Yeah,
Love
it did.
it, love it,
All of
love
a
it,
sudden, it
love
just
it.
came out of nowhere. It was just so much fun.
Right on. We're going to play another hit for you as we're getting into our next segment, Mr. Michael Austin. We want you to be the judge of this, but here's a hit. We found this thanks to a good friend named Miracle who sent us this video. We do something on our show called what, Jackie?
Burp Wars.
We are shambassadors. We shambong champagne on our show
My.
to see who could burp the best. And sometimes some weeks are better than others, but check out this girl. Our friend Miracle just sent us this video for our show. Here's the queen of all burps right here.
All right.
Hit it, Tay-Tay.
The low growler. I love that.
Yeah. He's into it. No shame.
This is going
Probably
viral.
gets like $1.99 for the first minute, $3.99 for each additional minute for doing it.
She's showing us the muddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for that to happen. Oh, sorry. That's a brownie I had earlier. Sure it is.
All right, that's enough.
Can we
That's
turn
enough.
this off now?
Man, that's brutal.
Oh, Jackie, do you think we can match that?
Can I commence
this
the
is gonna be
ceremony?
fun.
Oh, please fire up the band.
I dreamt about stuff like this when I was 6.
It's that time. Each week we challenge ourselves. Being shambassadors, Jackie and I, we chug a little champagne, shambong it, and to see who can let out the biggest belch. And Mr. Michael Austin will say, who is the belch master of the week? Oh. She gets a little excited.
Shots fired.
A little premature celebration. Can she do it, though? Jackie?
Let me rub it.
Yeah, she had technique. She was kind of like, you know.
She mustered it up.
Oh,
Oh, a little force.
Kind of like,
sucked.
That was terrible.
Gosh, you didn't have to say terrible.
It was really horrible.
K-Frog 95.169.
I think I waited too long.
oh my
That's the
goodness.
peer pressure. We just saw the queen of burps. We got Michael Austin over here.
I'm gonna bring Martinelli's next time just so I can join in this fun.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
right. Yes.
Yeah. I had to have to do that.
Had you guys seen?
That's a crisper.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but when it's coming, you can't fight it.
So had you seen Miracle before that video arrived here?
Oh, that's not Miracle. She sent us a video.
All right. Sorry, Miracle.
It'd be a miracle if you could get her on our show. That's what I want to see. Natasha, book her. Book her right now.
Yeah, that's a negatory on that.
Yeah. Man, what a time we are having here. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, Michael.
Man, you know, it's we were
pleasure.
talking earlier about back when you were with the rock station.
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
Bless
You were
their
part of my
hearts.
morning ritual for probably 6 years of my life, man.
Some people have a monkey on their back. Look to your left. There's my first radio promotional shot.
Oh, yeah.
Can you zoom in on that bad boy? Is there any way you could do a little? That was when I first got my gig, and what a time I had, man. I got to be honest, Stu, Tiffany, Marcus, he was the one that helped get me the job. He was the one that recruited me out of Inland Center Mall. I was doing Tetris tournaments, and he thought I was a cool guy, and he's like going, do you want to produce my show? And I said, when do I got to be there? He goes, 4:00. And I said, fuck no. I turned him down 5 times because I'm like going, what kind of a job starts at 4? That sounds like a bullshit job.
Yeah.
I went to his Monday Night Football. He was telling jokes. Girls are coming up. They're giving him free beers. And I said, you get paid to do this? And he goes, yeah. I said, I'll see you tomorrow.
That's it. That's it.
And then
That's a
before I
girl.
know it,
See, you
25
did
years
too,
later.
for the girl.
Yeah?
Look at you.
Show him your curls for the girls, baby. Let me see. Let me see it, Linda.
So are you saying that I helped you get through puberty? Because I know you're younger than me. How young were you listening to me?
No, man. This is actually when I was with the sheriff's department.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got fired up because we started at the crack of dark 30, which
Crime
O
doesn't
stands for,
sleep,
oh
does
my
it?
God, it's early. But yeah, it really doesn't. So we would all have our little morning thing, and we'd listen to the morning stiffy, and it was
a blast.
we'd laugh. We always thought that Stu was going to die on the air.
Oh,
because
yeah.
he would laugh so hard. We heard that gasping
That was my
for
goal.
breath. Yeah, there you go.
I wanted to give him a heart
Fucking
attack during a bedtime story. And I failed my mission, damn it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it was just a part of our lives, and it just, yeah, man, it was awesome. So to see, all that, and then to know that you're still passionate about doing what you're doing, and
Always.
that just makes me happy.
All I want to say is cheers. Thank you for your ears for all those years.
Oh man, my pleasure. Truly
Man.
my pleasure. Are you kidding?
And keep doing what you're doing. Congrats.
Oh, we
Thank you
love
so
it. We're
much.
coming to Nashville to see you.
Yeah, come to Nashville.
We're
We would
coming.
love that.
Well,
Hold
Nashville
on.
shuts down
Bring this
from
up.
about November 18th through January 2nd. I would love that
That's not
schedule
possible.
permanently when I was younger, but
Yeah, no
apparently they
shit.
take the holidays off. So I've got a little bit of the radio tour to finish, and then I'll be out here doing some stuff in Vegas and ringing in Vegas New Year, baby.
That sounds like a good
that'll be
idea.
fun.
Vegas New Year's.
All right, go ahead. Plug away. Give us your social media, whatever you want to do, your album, where to get it.
We just did the site, the website. So michaelaustinlive.com or Michael Austin Country. Either one will get you to the site.
Nice.
And then you can click on the icons for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the whole thing. We're starting the Tumblr account and all that other stuff. I failed out of social media school when I
Right.
did that with The Voice.
I'm with
I
you.
slept through it because once again they had us up at 3:30 in the morning. But yeah, just and I'm so interactive with the fan base that I never want to be that untouchable asshole.
Right.
I'm in touch with my fans when I do the lives.
And some lucky fan will get their asshole touched. No, I mean,
Yeah,
wait.
it could happen. Leading into that, I'm like, oh no, but I'm attainable. I'm reachable. I tell people all the time, if you need to talk to me, like if you
Right.
seriously need to talk to me, PM me. I'll give you my personal number and I'll talk
Badass.
to you.
Did you
because,
say attainable or taintable?
Oh, Jackie's excited. There she is.
man, you are slid that right in there so smooth.
She does.
It's what I
Wow,
heard. It's
man.
what I heard.
She's
it
a
was already
sneaker.
lubed up, and she just
She's a sneaker. She's ready. And if it ain't, she's there. She's a spitter. No, anyway.
Stupid.
That's awesome. And we want to go to our studio because I know we got a great staff and we want to wrap up this show soon and ask our staff. Producer Mark, do you got any questions for Mr. Michael Austin?
Well, I have. This is more in line of a comment. You remember when we went and saw Michael perform?
Yes.
At the Old Crow.
Right. So
Costa Mesa, is that where that's at?
I was in Huntington. You guys
Huntington.
came down.
Huntington Beach, and I had never heard him before, and we're there watching the show, and I'm going, "Damn, this guy's really good." But it was in a restaurant, and people
Yeah.
were eating, and the first set, like nobody was paying attention. They're drinking, and you know how hard it is to get the attention of a crowd. You were so cool. It didn't phase you, and I'm going, boy, his feelings got to be hurt a little bit. And all of a sudden, everybody collectively goes, "What's going on? This guy's
Shit.
really good."
We got something here.
And it was one hell of a show.
Thanks so much.
Nice.
That was a fun night for me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
air guitar.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Michael Austin brought me up on
Yeah,
stage to
man.
air guitar.
Yeah,
I got-
we
I
got
got-
some fun stuff happening with that too, man. Maybe next time
Oh.
I'll tell you about that.
I like
I
that.
got a question. How was
Producer
your,
Ashton, Mr. Sound Effect
How was
Extraordinaire.
your first experience performing in front of a live audience?
Now I can't hear a word he's saying.
Oh, you couldn't hear him?
I'm lost. Here, let me see.
Lost you?
Baby.
You want me to translate it?
Here, I'll take this one. Okay. Now I got 2 seconds.
Try it one more
This
time.
is funny.
Can you hear me? How about now?
I got you.
Okay. How was it? How was your
Oh, they're fighting.
how
In
was
the
your
studio.
Stop touching me, you're
experience
touching
in front of your first time performing in front of a live audience?
I was 7 years old, man. And,
Really?
Yeah. It was at the Liberty Bar and Grill in Warsaw, Missouri, with a guitar player named Orrin Nichols. And we were back stealing stuff off the barbecue, snacks.
Yeah.
And he was playing, and I was singing along. He goes, "Do you know any song all the way through?" And I said, "I know 2." And it was Lord, It's Hard to Be Humble, Mac Davis, and Coward of the County by Kenny Rogers.
Yes.
And he says, "I'll tell you what." He says, "You come inside, and if they like you, I'll pay you a little bit of money." And that was the first live show performance that I ever did.
Did you have any second thoughts or said, man, I might get paid?
No, you know, I all I did was look at my parents, you know,
Yeah.
who were kind of in shock. You know, they're
Right.
like, "Oh, this is about to happen." And but my mom smiled, and I said, "I got this," you know, and just I did it, and it was the most amazing feeling. I can tell you right now, brother, I feel the same way every time that I get out in front of another crowd.
Awesome.
Whether it's, you know, when we did NASCAR, there's, you know, 88,000 people in the crowd, or a room full of people, like 5 or 6 people. I feel the same way every time. It's not nervousness, it's not the jitters, it's like it's that happiness, that passion. I get to do this, you know. I'm
Beautiful.
blessed, totally blessed.
Right on. Anything else from our peanut gallery? Good?
Good. We just can't wait to see him again.
Amen. All right. Before we let you go,
Here you
Mr.
go,
Michael
love.
Austin, we do something called Words You Can't Say on K-Frog. No, we do Words You Can't Say on the Radio,
Okay.
because this is where I channel Carson Kasem, where I say, keep your gland in her hand and your pole in her hole. I'm Carson Kasem. My bastard cousin Casey got all the glory and I didn't get shit. I got a list from a buddy of mine who does public radio, and he said, hey, I can't say this on the radio, but you can say it on your fucking podcast. So you tell me when to stop my finger, and then you have to use this word in a sentence before we let you out
I have
of
to
here.
use the word in a sentence. Oh, this is great. Stop.
Carson Kasem here with the words you can't say on radio, but you can say on the Jimbo and Jackie show.
3 times a charm.
Special guest Michael Austin is going to use the word pecker in a sentence before we let him go out of the Reamp Studios. Pecker.
I got a skeeter on my Peter. Whack it off.
That's not pecker.
That's the
Peter.
Okay, so let's see. I introduced her to my Black & Decker Pecker Wrecker.
There it is, everybody. That's what we want to do. God love you. God love
you.
guns.
You guys are amazing.
God love country music.
Thank you so much.
Man, great time having you here.
More fun than a grown-up should be allowed to have.
Amen.
Right? We love
Yes.
you, honey. You're freaking amazing.
Thank
we
you.
love you.
I
Keep
love
doing
you
what
guys
you're
to
doing.
death.
We love your journey, and thanks for letting us be a part of it.
Absolutely, anytime, man.
Yeah, keep
You're
kicking
welcome
ass.
on my stage anytime. We've already tested that theory.
That's
It worked out really
right.
good. Yeah?
I can't wait to be on your stage in Tennessee. That's what we want to be.
We're going to make that happen.
Once again, let's give it up for Mr. Michael Austin on episode 34.
34.
So to be clear, he just agreed to fly us all out to Nashville.
That's what I got from it. That's what I got. We'll make him sign an affidavit or something right there. So once again, it's the Jimbo and Jackie Show, episode 34.
3 times a charm.
Brought to you by Slim Chillers. The night's always a thriller when you're sucking on a Slim Chiller.
Oh, we love him so much.
Amen. All right, man.
We
love
love
you
you
guys.
guys.
Please like us on Facebook, Instagram.
Subscribe. Leave us a review. We love you.
It's the most positively positive podcast on planet Earth.
Bye-bye, y'all.
See ya.
I say, welcome y'all now, come on into the Jimbo and Jackie show. You know, he's that crazy kooky guy, used to be on the radio. She's really sweet and her face is neat, they put it up on a big billboard. They're too much fun, so the previous marriages ended in divorce. But the third time's a charm. They say the third time's a charm. Long live Jimbo and Jackie.